Flipping Indie Videos, it's your boy Lion Salt, and we're here with our NWA TNA 2003 Episode 2. And we are in our weekly pay-per-view number 28, but it's our second show. And we're just gonna get right into it. If you haven't seen the last episode, go check that one out, because we got some good things, and we're gonna advance some storylines here. So, we open up the show with a 50D+, where the show just opens with Mike Tenay and Don West walking up to the asylum, because we are being held in front of 1,500 people at Tennessee State Fairgrounds, which was nicknamed the TNA Asylum from 2002 to 2005, if you didn't know that. But they open up the show, and we'll hear from Vince Russo, who will try to get answers from AJ Styles and Jeff Jarrett and all that from last week. But first, we start with a 45D with decent wrestling, but not much heat. Kid Cash defeats Amazing Red in 6:44 by pinfall with the Moneymaker after Lance Hoyt attacks Red. Kid Cash was off his game. That's like the 5th time that I didn't. You'll see. I did an explosion, and we'll go over that after. But Kid Cash is off his game again. Match got the crowd harder. Lance Hoyt debuted his badass gimmick of above average. Red had a 44. Cash had a 40. No improvements, but in a 39D-, Kid Cash introduces us to his big heavy, Lance Hoyt. And in a 37D- in a poor match, David Flair defeats Jason Cross in 8 minutes by pinfall, and that's terrible. And then, in a 30E+, Vince Russo arrives with Sex, Sports Entertainment Extreme. And then, we got extremely short match. Steve Corino debuts and defeats Jorge Estrada in 4:44 by pinfall with an old school expulsion. Vince Russo debuted his old school heel and got awful, like the how. And Corino had a 50 and Estrada had a 29. Steve Corino's getting better. So is Estrada. Then a 42D, and about that decent wrestling from the crowd, but decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Ron Killings defeats Mike Sanders in 8:08 by pinfall with the consequences. Ron Killings had a 44, Sanders had a 31, and no improvements. And then after the match, Ron Killings gets attacked by 3 people who the crowd has no idea what they are, and the lady, grabs the mic and just says, "He's coming," and they just drop and leave. So CM Punk, Julio De Niro, and Alexis Laray debut attacking Ron Killings. But why? And then in a 42D, in about that subpar wrestling Little Heat, Triple X, Low Key, Christopher Danielson, Elix Skipper defeat Dwayne Gill, Air Paris, and Easy Money in 8:16 when Daniels defeats Air Paris by pinfall with the best moonsault ever. Christopher Daniels had the best with the 48, and the worst was Dwayne Gill. Low-key's getting a lot better, too. And then in a 41D, and about that subpar wrestling Little Heat, Disciples from New Church defeat the SAT in 9 minutes when Brian Lee defeats Jose Maximo by pinfall with the cancellation, and they make defense number 1 of their NWA World Tag Team Championship. Slash and Brian Lee are getting a lot better. That's good. They're all about the same too, which is good. And then in a 44D, and I'm very happy with this, Vince Russo and Sex come down the ring, and Russo grabs a mic. He's like, "Alright, everybody here tonight, shut the hell up, because I have something to say. AJ Styles, bro, last week I offered you a chance at greatness. You had a chance to be the face, bro, of NWA TNA. You had the chance of becoming NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. But did you listen? No. Instead, bro, you decided to hit me, Vince goddamn Russo, over the head with the guitar. Now, I can let a lot of things go in this world, but that will not stand. AJ, bro, I don't think you know what you've done. case you've forgotten who the hell I am, bro, I am a former world heavyweight champion. I have beaten Booker T and Ric Flair, and I have gone face to face with Bill Goldberg. You think I'm scared of you, AJ? Bro, you must be dreaming. And that's when AJ Styles' music hits and he makes his way out to the entrance ramp. And another 44D. AJ grabs Mike like, Russo, do you really want answers, or you just want to talk more about yourself? You see, the reason what I did what I did is simple. I don't need you. I don't need any of you. All I need is me, AJ Styles. And Vince, you know this. I'm the future of this business, and you know this. That's why you brought me to WCW. And that's why I'm here now. But enough of this talking. You want to see it firsthand? Then let's go. And AJ drops the mic, goes to take off his t-shirt and everything, and he just gets destroyed from behind. Like, linebacker coming out and hitting a running back, destroyed. And in the 41D, Styles is thrown around, destroyed, thrown against the entranceway, down the ramp, just beaten and beaten. And when he gets thrown in the ring and Sex beats him down, BG James sets up a table, and the Monster picks him up and chokeslams him through it while Vince Russo's on the mic taunting him the entire damn time. And then out comes Father James Mitchell, and he walks over to Vince Russo, shakes his hand, grabs the mic, and says, Mr. Styles, let me be the first to introduce you to my monster, Abyss. So, Abyss has debuted, and he's taken out AJ Styles. And then in the 37 D- after all that, poor Matt, Sonny Sakai defeats Shark Boy in 9.5 minutes by the Psychopolis. And he makes defense number 2 of his X Division Championship. No improvements. Then Jerry Lynn comes out to confront him, because if you remember from last week, Sakai cheated Jerry Lynn out of a match, so he comes out and confronts him. And then in our main event, because I needed more wrestling, to be honest with you, and a 54C-, so I'm glad I did this match, Jeff Jarrett defeats Glenn Gilberti in 20 minutes by pinfall with the stroke, and he makes defense number 2 of the NWA World Championship. Jeff Jarrett carried the match, and he's getting better. And then in a 62C, Jeff Jarrett's in the ring celebrating when the lights go out in the asylum and Tron starts flickering and hazy and everything. And then it just goes dead silent in the words, he's coming. Everything must end. Everything you love will be destroyed. Change is here. Quote the Raven, nevermore. And that's how we end the show with a 53C-, which increased our popularity in 11 regions. So yeah, we get the debut of Abyss tonight. We get Raven coming in. If you didn't get it, that's Raven. I'm not going to show you any of these, but what I am going to show you is our show history of our explosion, which was a 53C-. Oh, did that do better than... Yeah. About the same as our TV. AJ Styles defeats Mike Sanders, Lollipop interviews, Brian Lawler defeats Easy Money, a recap of the show, America's Most Wanted, and Kid Cash. So from now on, I'm not going to show explosions. I'm not going to record explosions. It's going to be how I figure out who I'm going to get and everything. Because after a while, I'm going to stop doing explosion. But, anyways, that's it for tonight, the first show, or our second show. And we got stuff going on. So anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.